Before returning to Skyhold Keep, after we defeated the hacking god, their dragon, I'd like to speak to the Professor.
Inquisitor, I understand you located the final resting place of Inquisitor Emeridon.
I was able to speak with the Inquisitor briefly before he died.
I'm sorry?
A ritual kept Inquisitor Emeridon alive all these centuries, binding him and the dragon.
Oh. Did his... Talana cast some sort of spell before retreating? Or... You're not implying that Emeridon was a mage. I'm committed to the truth, but if such an important figure in Chantry history were revealed to have been a mage...
Not just a mage, Kenric. An elven mage.
Oh, and just his dimples. This will be... I'll either be famous or beheaded. This upends centuries of history, not to mention families claiming descent from him. There may be consternation. Nevertheless, what matters is the truth. If he was elven, then the Dalish, well, it will be just brilliant. I will spread the word appropriately. Thank you again for this marvelous opportunity.
If it helps, then it's worth it. Dalish mage of all things. He was the last Inquisitor, and not the latest Inquisitor. Now, let's return to Skyhold. We have to go help the dwarves as soon as possible. I'm amazed we were able to take down that dragon. If we couldn't even deal with the last two Fade Rifts in the Frostback Basin, then there was no way we could have dealt with the dragon. That's why I waited till we were more experienced and better equipped. Back in Skyhold. It's time to go visit my love, Sandra.
You are quite distracting, you know.
I hope so.
I was hoping we could spend some time together.
With you? Always.
Now to the war table. Yeah. We do have some things I need to sell, though. Packs aren't full, but if we're going to go into the Deeproads, we have to be ready for it. So, sound like Varric. So, I'll go visit the merchant before I head to the war table.
My Lord Inquisitor, how gratifying to see you. Your efforts to restore our hubs of commerce have been tremendous, as is the gratitude of the tradesmen and affiliates.
You said something about a partnership.
The work you have done has presented an opportunity to return trade to the roads. A minimal investment at key points will ensure safe caravans. I'll forward it to your assistants for consideration. We have this opportunity because of you, Inquisitor, and we will all profit.
Sounds good to me.
How are you doing? Good business?
In this gilded fortress? How could we not be?
We'll speak another time.
Certainly, Lord Inquisitor.
So many operations open. I'd like to speak to Blackwall. If he's here again. Yes, he is there.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Let's talk about you. The truth this time.
I suppose I owe you that.
Did you have a family? A wife? Children?
Children? None that I know about. If they exist, it's best they stay away. No one deserves a father like this.
Such a low opinion of yourself.
So you're actually Orlesian?
Well, didn't I say that I was from Markham in the Free Marches? I didn't lie about that. I spent my childhood there, and then Orlais called to me. Markham seemed lifeless, colorless in comparison.
Tell me about your time as a soldier.
I served in the Imperial Army. I distinguished myself there, earned respect, the loyalty of my men. And then I threw it all away. Betrayed my own side for gold. Only gold.
You were on the run from the authorities, weren't you?
Yes. I made my living as a hired sword. Spent most of my coin on drink. The occasional whore. I never stayed in one place for long. Had to keep moving. I got to see much of Orlais that way. I saw what men like me had done to this great empire. It was a shock. Seeing it up close. Hearing the stories. It's one thing to hear the news from afar. Another to actually be there.
We'll continue this another time.
He has to get over that. I understand why and what's going on with him, but he really does. If he's going to be effective in fighting Corypheus, he's got to stop hating himself. I haven't seen much of Cullen in Skyhold lately. Let's see how he's faring.
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing. I know what the game entails. But the indifference to it all.
I didn't care for it myself.
I shouldn't be surprised. The Chantry can be the same. Their politics are less extravagant, but just as heated. The Empress rules a country. The Divine influences half a continent.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the Chargers on our side. Bull's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
Is there anything I should know?
I'd gotten used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
That's all for now.
Another time, then.
There's a door here? I didn't know that. Much to do at the war table, but I think that only one agent is free at the moment. Liliana? So many doors. Cullen says it's more defensible that way. I just find it annoying. Alliance is reaching ever upward. Yeah, as Liliana's free. We received word from Lady Eustace Richelieu, who presumes more and more to speak for the Thibaults. She is also quick to use us and we. Liliana, Lady Richelieu's letter follows. A bold move, Inquisitor. Lord de Rosier was mortified, not mortally so. It is said he cannot bear to show his face, and face is all many of this generation value. I do hope he will do nothing drastic. I also hope that the names behind us remain willing to commit what is necessary to solidify the lines that have been established. We shall see. In your gracious service, Lady Eustace Richelieu. Unfortunately, I think she's the only one. Oops. Oh, no, we have another report. Dagna, mind your mentor. Dagna's father received our simple declaration. I cannot call the reply warm exactly, but that is not for me to say. Cullen. So he got it. A note from Dagna follows. Thank you, Inquisitor. While he remains disapproving, my father did wish me well. He sent the family crest unmounted so it can't be worn. But it's more than I had. More than many who come to the surface have. Arcanist Dagna. No information about the Lavellans. Negotiations are in progress. Opening the roads train. Mage's Collector sent me a letter.
You did not notice? I had no idea Lady Beverly was one of your people. You might have told me before I embarrassed myself.
The Mage's Collective has sent me a letter. They're very organized. It was they who asked me to study the rifts. This is my trainer? I mentioned that maybe. Anyways, it was a very good idea. The Collective is interested in the results of my research, especially since I've been training you. Rift magic can be difficult, but I have notes. Lots of notes. If they read them carefully, there should be no mishaps. Your trainer. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. I think she's lost some of her memory. The more who know, the more that knowledge will spread. There are advantages to wielding a weapon few understand. So what is it they're actually asking? Ask me to study the rifts. I mentioned that maybe. Anyways, it was a very good idea. Okay, yes, I would agree to that, but I do remember... Does this continue investigation? Next up for Ben Hazarath information report. We still have neither race nor background information on the Venatori agent in Hunter Fell. The excuse me, the Bells are effectively nobility in the city. Any information about them is protected. We have confirmed that the Telfa Shoth, whatever else she may be, is not a mage. Whatever she is, or was, one of Duke Tithus' lovers, she now appears to be in a relationship with a smuggler. I forget what the investigation was about. This is quick. Let me try to find out more about the Mortalisi. Yeah, Cullen, you get on that. I need Liliana for this. I know we have to find Samson's weakness. And there's opening the roads. It's power for a price. Getting a judge's favor completed. So this is what we're looking at? No. Former document. I don't know. Where was it? I was right here. Train. Okay, so, Liliana, if you can get that. The more who know, the more that knowledge will spread. There are advantages to wielding a weapon few understand. Okay. So this is about my trainer.
Inquisitor.
Sharing the knowledge and researching. Okay, that's all that can be done for now. I'm not sure if I can go to the Dwarven Deeproads at the moment. From here, I might have to organize this through the my agents. Black Emporium, Storm Coast. It is there. Disaster in the Deeproads. Okay, well, I know why. Go to the war table to learn why. I think I have to go there. Back to the war table. We're gonna head to the Deeproads now. On the Ferelden side. Okay, so everything should be completed by the time we get there. Okay, I've planned it out. I was going to take Cassandra, Cole, and Vivian.
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the Deeproads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. and the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
That bad, huh?
Josephine's report mentioned several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you.
I was thinking of taking Varric with us, but...
Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
A little bit more abrupt than I would have wanted.
Lowered into a hole. What an auspicious start.
We've been in worse places.
Perhaps you have, my dear.
We should be wary of raw lyrium.
I'm more worried about finding darkspawn.
Neither is a pleasing prospect.
Palms calloused, clutching, clawing when the dust came.
The miners.
The stones were angry. I didn't think stones got angry.
Varric is a surface dwarf. He wouldn't have that much opinion on... He has been to the Deeproads before, but I thought Cole could give you more insight. About what caused this collapse.
Horut, Magirl, Novrik, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Volta.
A trust Valar, Inquisitor. The Shaperate welcomes you to the Deeproads.
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
A difficult task.
My ambassador briefed me, but now I hear there are still more quakes?
Each new tremor opens another fissure in the Deeproads. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold.
Oh. I don't know how comfortable I am.
The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the Darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
I don't know how comfortable I am with this. Underground and earthquakes?
What will happen if we lose more lyrium mines?
The surface needs lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzammar's economy relies on the lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
Orzammar deals with Darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid. Any threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
His breath.
Apologies for pushing you.
Aren't you a polite thing?
I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
Hopefully no more of those quakes will happen anytime soon. An unsent letter from a miner. Lord Ferender, I shouldn't have to remind you of the mining castes importance to Orzammar, but apparently not even the ancestors can say when you last visited the memories. Lyrium trade is the only reason our kingdom still stands. It is what keeps the king's coffers fat so that he may play a part in whatever little wars are raging on the surface. But lyrium is as dangerous as it is profitable. And when I write to you saying that earthquakes are threatening one of our most lucrative mines, I expect a faster response. Something unnatural is afoot. The shape rats come out of their holes chanting nonsense. Even my own crew, men and women I've worked with since I was a child, claim to hear something in the tremors. I don't care who or what you send help. Just do it quickly, Minor Ordell. It seems that Vivian has gained a season. And Cassandra. She's finished training as a Templar. Well, she can go continue on with Vanguard, I guess. Call to arms. You draw strength from your war cry, improving your armor for the coming fight. She's happy about that. Cool. I haven't grouped with him for quite a while. Well, his training has been focusing on not subterfuge. Is it not assassin? I guess it's subterfuge, yeah. Shadow Strike. You launch a surprise attack on your target. If you strike an enemy that did not have you targeted, you gain stamina. Interesting. Mercy killing. When their hearts are in the fight, it's almost too easy. Your attacks on panic or sleeping enemies are automatically critical. Quick Blade. Shadow Strike now hits harder if you are in stealth. And Vivian. Well, she's been focusing on Inferno. Okay, Wall of Fire. Dorian really likes that one. Huh. Wall of Fire now begins at your location. Your location moves away from you over the duration of this spell. Interesting. Are you not who? So not to follow her. Spindleweed.
Keep your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
Okay. Here's breath. This is dangerous. I got more to worry about. Fear to the cave-ins, tremors than the darkspawn. Storm Coast Fissure. From this ridge, exposed sections of the Deeproads are visible below. There's history in the rock split by these quakes, and for those without sure footing, a particularly dangerous fall. Well, I don't think we're getting across here. Let's see this whole place collapsing. Let's keep going. Spindleweed everywhere.
Maker's breath!
Not gonna be around for long.
Falling back!
That is a tough ogre. Now what?
It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack! While it's distracted! It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack! Right now!
This has to be the toughest dark spawn I've ever encountered.
It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack! Now! While it's distracted! You have my gratitude.
If I lost you, I'd never make it out of the Deeproads.
I'm sure you would find a way. If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed. Let us hurry.
Nice dagger. Oh, schematic for a shield. Alright, let's get to that great seal.